live here and be able to afford to live here. So I decided to get involved.
Let me say too, for the record, you are the best individual named Josh that has run for county commissioner that we've had on this show successfully.
I'm not the youngest.
Well, it's a bad reference to Josh Brown, and you haven't assaulted one of our reporters yet, so that's good. So you're batting 1,000.
That did happen.
Oh my gosh,
that did happen. So you brought up the issue with homelessness and the homeless camps. So you want real solutions. So what is Josh Hinman's solution to start addressing this homeless issue?
Okay, so there's it's called number one. It took us 30 years to get in the mess we're in. So I tell everybody, don't think if anybody offers you a solution that can be fixed in 4 years, they're lying. Don't vote for them because it's just not possible. It took us 30 years to get here. It's going to take us a long time to get out.
That's a realistic answer.
Number two, we can go back to the change that initiated everything, which is mental health hospitals were awful in Washington State.
Totally agreed.
We made a rule that said, hey, we got to get rid of them all. We're not going to do this. This is awful. We got to get rid of this. We shut them all down. And then what it resulted is what we have today, which is way more inhumane than what we had before. So, I mean, a mental health hospital not run well, but gave people 3 square meals, gave them medication, did some things right. And then now what we have is we're going to have people living outside in the woods, needles all around, unsafe environments, no sanitation, no sewage. I mean, it's awful, right? So so we have to recognize that. Number two, I am, and many of my own party don't like the fact that I say this, but the reality is this. Housing First, which is an option that is used across the nation, actually does a great job. The foundational belief is this. When someone has a roof over their head, they're able to make better decisions. Give them a roof over their head, give them a kitchen, give them a bathroom, get them an area where they're safe to live, and they make better decisions. Where the mistakes get made is when that model gets used with 0 rules. And so, for example, we just
sounds like a bad set of circumstances right there.
Yeah. Here, we'll give you a place to live, but you don't have to do anything for it. Just stay here.
Yeah.
Just do drugs comfortably in your own room.
Yeah. Go ahead and continue with those bad habits that put you where you're at in the first place.
So what they do in really successful programs, and Houston, Texas is a phenomenal model. In COVID alone, 60% of the homeless population of Houston during COVID. I mean, amazing. They did not take new taxes. They literally reprioritized what they were doing. They restructured how they were approaching it, and then they implemented it. Amazing job. San Diego did the same program and only moved the needle by 1%.
Well, there's a vast difference between anywhere in Texas and anywhere in California, right?
That's true.
Harris County is pretty blue, though.
I mean, I see a fundamental difference in how they're run. Yeah. I think, but the question I had to ask is, you were talking about getting a roof over their head. What does a program like that look like? Are you talking about apartment complexes? Are you talking about tiny homes? Are you talking about communal living?
Yeah. So most people would say tiny homes are a bad idea, actually.
Okay.
The developers hate them because we break all the rules to let you build a tiny home anywhere you want. And there's no structure, and the Department of Community Development waives almost every single guideline that they have in place for you to build a deck on your house. But we're going to give you a tiny home. You're like, that's not, and nobody wants it in their neighborhood anyway. And so that's a struggle.
Yeah.
The best models tend to be things that are like old hotels or small studio apartments, one building. So we just built Pendleton Place off Kitsap Way. But what you put in place next to it is full-time case management, where people are coming in, helping you take your medication, helping you get to your therapy appointments, to get on the process of starting to get drug-free. And then what it is it's behavior-based. So this is where the rules come in. If your behavior is out of control, you do not get a stay. So it is not this free for all, whatever, come in here, do whatever you want.